I'm Jennifer Sanasi. You're watching News 24 Live. Well, Elizabeth Arden's national makeup artist, Luco Longo, is joining me in studio. And today we're going to show you what's on trend for this coming autumn-winter season. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing, Jennifer?
Good. Well, New York Fashion Week is happening and we're seeing a lot of autumn-winter trends. Tell us what's going on with the makeup for those two seasons.
Okay, so what's happening now with autumn-winter is that as much as makeup was bare for spring and summer, it's much more worse now. We are minimalizing it. Bare essentials. Skin is much more of a natural matte finish now. Actually, we are launching in April our beautiful 24-hour Flawless Finish Perfectly Scented Foundation.
The key word there is 24 hours.
24-hour, very essential. Do not forget that. So it's much more of a medium to full coverage.
Yeah.
Beautiful radiance, but still matte. So we're not drying the skin out. We're just making it look like you woke up and just put moisturizer and you're ready to go.
That
so
sounds
that's
amazing.
the look now. Makeup is very minimalized, very basic, but having key points. And the key points now are brows. Brows are fuller, more graphic, much more expressive. You can accentuate the eye because we're not really too big on eyeshadow this season. You'll do a line on the eye, mascara. Highlighting, contouring, of course, and the lips we're doing much more from the matte textures, but still moisturizing. Because even though the lip is matte, it mustn't be dry.
Well, I hate those lipsticks that
I
dry
cannot
out
stand
your
them,
lips.
and I don't even wear lipstick. But so I always think that if we have a matte texture, it must be moisturizing. And we also have just recently launched our beautiful color, moisturizing matte lipsticks. Amazing color payoff, because I find that when lipsticks are moisturizing, they kind of a bit sheer on the color side. But now these are matte and still moisturizing, but a nice rich color payoff.
Okay, so you're going to show us a look today.
Of course.
Where are we going to start?
Okay, we're going to start. I'm just going to talk through the skin.
Okay.
I've just prepped her skin.
Okay.
As we see, it's a natural matte finish. Not too dry, not too dewy as well, but it's kind of like a marriage between the two.
Yeah.
So it's nice and rich on the inner part of the face.
Right.
Nice and naturally matte on the outside. Brows, we will just comb them out. We said brows are much more graphic, and she already has a beautiful shape. There's not too much work to be done. So I'll show you the trick. We also just launched our beautiful color natural eyebrow pens.
Yeah.
Amazing, and they're like the only ones with the actual
with the
brow brush.
them, yeah.
And that is so essential for a perfect brow. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to underline the brow and just give it much more of a perfect shape.
Okay.
Just underneath there, and just sweep it along, creating a beautiful soft arch.
Okay.
And filling it in where we might have some sparse brows. Nothing too much. I always say that you use a little makeup and build on it. Don't use too much and then try and take it away.
Don't draw new eyebrows.
We need to keep that look that says, oh wow, you look beautiful, not oh wow, I love your makeup. So that's the look right now. So underline there, fill it in. It's nice and filled in here, soft arch, nice, and just fades into nothing here. And then we use the brush as well. Just kind of fade that line out. Brush it up and just gather the hairs on the top.
Okay.
So that's what we want.
So
we want
really just adding a little bit to
it's tweaking really. So for those who are without, of course, these pencils have amazing pigment. So you can actually draw should you need to draw.
Yeah.
And but it's just filling in those sparse spaces and just perfecting it. Think your Kim K's. Those are the brows that we're going for now. They're no longer thin, nice and full and rich and much more expressive.
Right.
That's autumn winter. Since our model has a bit of an oily eyelid, I'm just going to use some translucent powder.
Okay.
Just to kind of, and what I love about my translucent powders is that even though they are matte, they still have nice pigments, like shimmery pigments, so it still attracts lights. When you're walking in front of the sun, you still get that bit of shimmer, not too much, nice and natural.
Now, when should you use a translucent powder? You
can use a translucent powder when you are touching up. You know, like during the day, when you've done your makeup and you have those oil spills from 1:30 or 12,
and then shiny.
Yes, the T-zone. So that's where you use it. You dab with tissue.
Okay.
Take away the shine. Don't remove the makeup that you have on. But of course, if you have our fabulous 24-hour foundation, you will not have that problem. And then just take a powder brush and just lightly wash the translucent over. It just kind of remattifies you, but also you don't want it to be too matte. It's about natural. Think of what the skin naturally does.
Right.
It has to have those natural oil spills, but not too much, not too shiny. You don't want to look like a disco ball. Just kind of controlling the shine.
Exactly.
So we've just blending translucent powder on top there. So that's enough for this season. So what next is we're going to use a black eyeliner.
Okay.
Basically just working it into the lash line here. It's about creating detail. It's about the detail, you know. We're making the eye much more sultry, but not being the focus, because we're saying the focus is not on the eye this time. Brows, skin, lips.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Perfect here. I love that. Just work it into the lash line. That is perfect. Open for me. See, now immediately adds an intensity. So you want an intense eye with not too much happening around the eye.
Right.
Yeah, cool. Open for me and just look up. Perfect. You can just add some on the inner rim of the eye.
Okay.
Open for me. Thank you. Stunning. So immediately the eye is intense. Just take an angled brush and just slightly close for me, please. Thank you. And just fade it out a bit.
Okay.
Remove the excess product. So it's like a daytime smoky, but not really a smoky eye because the focus is not on the eye. So we're just trying to make it much more detailed. Just add a bit of a nuance there.
All right. So we have brows, and that's eyeliner. Now we're
eyeliner,
onto
mascara. That is a key. I like to place the brush, wiggle it from side to side so it gets to the root of the lash and just sweep it out. Oh my goodness, look at those long lower lashes. This is amazing. Just to add some detail to the eye as well, just to coat. I think we neglect the lower lashes.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is just to add some translucent powder underneath the eye, just to kind of complete the look and just remove whatever fallout that we may have had from working with the eye. So right there, softly blend it. Blending is everything, I find, and we're still blending this season as well.
Yeah.
So just
blending
make everything.
Seems to be key to
it is key
everything
because
makeup.
even when you're working with eyeshadow must blend into the foundation, which blends into your blusher, which blends back into your foundation. I call it fluid makeup. It just needs to be fluid, like everything is just sequenced and just moves into each other.
Yeah.
That is the eye for autumn winter. Stunning, intense, but clean. That's what we're doing.